Hey there, Shanel here from the Heart and Soul with your weekly channeled message for September 16th through the 22nd. I had to peek today again. 2024. We are rolling through September and the energies are rolling too. I already have images popping in. Stick around at the end of the message and I will share the things that are going on. Haunted Halloween, past life regression, planners. I will share that at the end. So please stick around and take a listen. I greatly appreciate it when you do. But let's dive in because my spirit guides are ready to go. My spirit guides are showing me a dungeon. I think this is quite appropriate for what I know personally I've had coming up and, talking with friends, colleagues, clients. This is coming up for everybody. There really is this feeling of being down in the muck and the guck, that we are really moving into an energy that is bubbling up these pieces of ourselves that we don't like. This may be habits that we haven't let go of that we need to. It may be old patterns that are surfacing for us to be oh, wait a second, I've worked on that. I've learned this lesson. Let me just clear that away again. These things are coming up because there's some residual pieces there. For some, it's that we haven't actually cleared it. And for others, it's because we have some residual that just needs to get cleared out. The one thing that the universe, the energy has been showing me is this shaking free the debris. This shake up we're getting is to shake out the debris of the things that we've been holding on to. And sometimes we don't even realize that we're holding on to something until we actually let it go. We think that we're not. We think that we've released it. But what I encourage you to do is when that thing comes up, that you sit with it and you ask yourself, have I really released this thing, or does it still hold on to me in some way, shape, or form? I love it. It's this snowball of bright light that's coming in, and there is this snowball effect that is happening. The more light we bring down in, so the light codes have been coming in full steam ahead. We have eclipse happening on Tuesday. We have a full moon happening on Tuesday tomorrow. There is so much that's coming in right now. And this snowball effect is that as something comes in, something has to be released. Something's coming in, something has to be released. And we're really being encouraged to release all these really 3D things, these things that are holding us back, that are blocking us from moving in the right direction. And I can hear it. But what are these things, Shanel? What are these things? And I'm sure that's my own voice at the same time, because we are constantly in this place of learning and growing. We are constantly in this place of evolving. And we can choose to keep moving into it and stepping into it, or we can get stunted and get frustrated and really roll down that rabbit hole in a really big way. Every time we evolve, there's going to be something that bubbles up and pushes against it, because those patterns are cellular. They are in our bodies. And our bodies are saying, oh, wait, do we want to let go of that? It's kept us safe. But the reality is that safety is fear. It's not necessarily knowing the truth. Fear came in a long time ago to keep us complacent, to keep us in a place of not outliving or outdoing ourselves because we need to stay under control. And fear will do that. Fear will keep us small. So really acknowledging when fear steps in and what is it saying to you? What does it have to share? And when we can detach from that, detachment is such a beautiful lesson to learn. It is not about being unemotional, because there is so much emotion in detachment, but detachment allows us space. It gives us space to see, feel, and hear. And it is so different than being enmeshed into it when we can't see. And sometimes we need to ask for help, somebody to pull us out and to be able to help us with detachment if we're not able to do it on our own in those moments of fear. There's just so much coming in. They're like, take a deep breath. And I feel like that is personally for me, but I also feel like that is for us in general. The energy is moving at high speed. You might feel stuck, but it's just because everything around us is happening so fast. The energy just feels like a tornado. It doesn't mean that we've stopped moving. It just means that we are aware of the energies that are spiraling around us. This is not a bad thing. Being grounded and connected, we can begin to then see these energies in a different way. They'll slow down for us to be able to bear witness to. We'll be able to see our own journey and how we are stepping into it. There is so much happening right now, and I can't stress that enough. There is so much happening. It is important to stay present. It is important to stay focused on where you want to go. Your energy flows to where your focus is. If your focus is on success, your focus is on the positive, if your focus is on your dreams, it's going to take you closer to that versus when we're focusing on the negative. We just create more negative. It's a basic principle. It's a very, very basic spiritual law, energy law. It is basic. And when you figure it out, you begin to shift things. They're like, this week is going to be challenging. And the purpose of that challenge is to keep you on the right track. Everything is unfolding as it should. Everything is happening in the divine way that it was meant to be. And yes, sometimes it feels like we're getting a snowball in the face. And sometimes it feels like we're getting showered with light. But when we get present, the universe will show us exactly what we need to see to be able to shift, to be able to evolve, to be able to move it in the right direction. So yes, this week will be challenging, but you have got this. You have got this. And the universe has your back. I love it. Going to record a podcast after this. I was like, what are we going to talk about today on the podcast? We're going to talk about the full moon and the eclipse on the podcast. So if you want a little more info on using full moon energy and kind of the energy of this eclipse that's coming in, that podcast will drop later tonight. They always drop Monday nights. Feel free to go back and take a listen to the old ones. Directions from a Spiritual Tour Guide. You can catch it on Apple Podcast or on YouTube. It's always over there. The tickets for the Halloween event, Haunted Halloween, with spirit photography and mediumship are going on sale today as well. You'll find those later tonight on my website. You can start purchasing. Pre-sale for the planners ends tomorrow. I kind of got shown we got to hold on to that full moon and we got to wait for another day or two. So tomorrow night, that will flip. So the price will change. If you haven't grabbed your planner yet, do it. I am about half sold out at the moment already before, like, in the pre-order. So I do a really limited run, and that's all there is. So grab yours. Of course, Yoga Nidra, second Friday of the month. Night with Spirit, second Friday of the month. And then we have coming up very soon, Past Life Regression on Zoom. That's the last Wednesday of the month. If you want to get in on Divine Map membership, that the workshop is tomorrow night, Tuesday, with the full moon, and we're learning about remote viewing. Yeah, so much. I love it. Always available then for personal sessions as well. You can check out my booking link that is on my website. Always happy if you can energy exchange with me for this reading. If you can like, share, comment, subscribe, send this to someone who needs to hear it today. I greatly appreciate it. Your shift in energy, your energy exchange with me, your gratitude means the world to me. I am ever so grateful and usually reply when you've shared this or, DM'd it or whatever. I try to reach out and say thank you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being here and joining me on this journey. I so appreciate you. From my heart and soul to yours. Have an amazing week, everybody.